Okay, we're going to learn to do some other stitches that you can use as creative stitches if you're embroidering or doing something on jeans or what have you. The first one is a lazy daisy stitch, and you're going to come up and you are going to make loops. So I'm going to go down where I came up, and then come up through the fabric again. Pull this gently, always pulling gently, and you're going to make a little, like a daisy flower. And then, I'm trying to get out of my own shadow, you're going to go down on the other side of that loop to hold the loop still so it doesn't move. And then if you're making a flower, you're going to come up again near the center, make another loop, come in where you went out or right next to where you came out of the fabric, make another little stitch out, and you're going to make another little part of that flower and come down to anchor it. So I'll do another one so you can see what it looks like. Another loop. You can see I'm coming in near where I started, not exactly right into the first part. Oops, I knew that was going to go off. I have something in the oven. And then anchor that one down. Come on. There we go. So I would always do an odd number if I was you, not 3, because 3 is not enough, but I would probably do 5 if I was going to do that. Another thing to do with this kind of loop is to do a chain stitch where you're making a chain. So it's the same concept. You're going to come down and up. Make that loop. Don't pull it tight. And then you're going to come, instead of coming on this side of that loop, you're going to go where you just came up. Make another loop. Of course, it's going to get caught on that corner every time. And that happens. I usually use an embroidery hoop, but it's not happening. So this is how you can make a chain. It's that same sort of concept as the lazy daisy. It's just you're chaining them together. When you get to the end, you're going to do the same thing that you did on the lazy daisy, and you're going to come on this side of the threads to anchor that last one down, and then you could tie a knot on the back, same way, making a loop. That was 1, 2, and then the next one I'm going to show you is a feather stitch, and it's like an open V. Whoa. Well, or yeah, I'm still going the same way. Sort of like the chain stitch, except the bottom part's going to be wide. And then you can see I'm at an angle. And you can see how it makes a V. These aren't going to be straight. They're going to go back and forth, or they're going to go off in one direction because I need to make this next part of it wide again. And then come to the middle. And you can see how that's going at an angle, where this one you can just go straight. This one's going that way. I have used this to make vines and then put little daisies every once in a while back back in the 70s when we were embroidering our jeans. You can also go this other direction. And go that way. And so same thing to anchor it. You're going to come on this side. And that'll hold that last one. And if you're done, again, make a loop, go through that thread and tie a knot. That's 1, 2, 3. The last one I want to show you, oh good, I still have time, is called a French knot. And you're going to come up. This is kind of like how we put the knot in the end of our thread. Put your needle close to where you came up and wrap this twice. And then put the needle back in pretty close to where you came up. Pull gently and you get a little knot on top. This is good for inside this daisy. Like you could do it a different color and make this the inside with a bunch of little knots. Kind of looks like the little fuzzy pollen part. So 1, 2, go back as close as you can to where you came up. Pull gently and get a knot. So do several of those for me also. What you're going to do is you're going to take a picture of this. Put this on a magazine page and write a little blurb about the different stitches that you did. So you should have the straight stitch or running stitch, the back stitch, a lazy daisy, a chain stitch, a feather stitch, and French knots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So take a picture of this, title that page hand stitching, and then make a little text box explaining, you know, that you did a running stitch, a back stitch, lazy daisy, and so forth. And then you will download that and turn it into Google Classroom. Thank you.